So the pricing of the Nissan X-Trail is out, and oh boy have they gotten it really wrong. I mean, it's a damn good car for about 40 lakhs, but for 61 lakhs on-road Bangalore, the value proposition has gone for a toss. In my previous video where I'd explained how the variable compression turbo technology works on the X-Trail, you can find a link to that video somewhere here. In that video, I'd stated that I'd rather put my money on the Japanese X-Trail rather than the German Kodiaq. And now that the pricing of the X-Trail is out, I humbly take my words back. Because at this price point, there seems to be other products out there that will offer more bang for your buck even while being cheaper. So in today's video, let's compare the X-Trail to the top of the line Kodiaq and the top of the line MG Gloster, both of which are a lot cheaper than the X-Trail. Stick around to the end of this video because I'll be telling y'all which one of these three cars I'd put my monopoly money on. Let's start off this comparison by talking about the looks. I still actually prefer the X-Trail compared to the Kodiaq, which is a bit longish, and the MG Gloster, which is a bit too bulky. The X-Trail does strike a balance here without looking too much like a stretched out 7-seater MPV, but that, my friends, comes at a cost. From what I've seen in pictures, the last row is a brave attempt to call it a third row, but that aside, the 20-inch wheels do add to the good looks and proportions of the X-Trail. Moving into the interiors, the MG does the best job when it comes to the third row and also with the feel and premiumness of the cabin experience. The convertible last row of the Kodiaq is quite a nifty feature for when you have less than 5 souls on board, and the interiors are okay too. Mostly white with a good use of soft touch materials. The X-Trail's interiors are premium for the most of it, but everything you touch is high quality plastic. A big turn-off for some customers may be the fabric upholstered seats. When it comes to the features, I'm sure this word scares the living daylights of the X-Trail's marketing team, but there's a long list of things it actually misses. It doesn't get ADAS, there is no premium or branded music system. Heck, there is even no wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay either, on a car that costs 61 lakhs. It also has no powered front seats, no ventilation, and fabric upholstery, and no powered tailgate. I think this is where Nissan has read the Indian market most adversely. And I mean, unfortunately, we also as a market care more about gizmos and feature sets than the basic product, about how it performs and handles. But seriously, a lack of wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay at 61 lakhs, I mean, even Nissan's Magnite, which costs about 10 lakhs, has that feature. Alright, sure, it's a given by now that the feature set on the X-Trail sucks. But what about its engine? It's a damn good one, but in isolation. And the variable compression turbo is pure Japanese genius. It's basically a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder turbo petrol mated to a CVT and a mild hybrid system. Yes, this is not a simple drivetrain, and the 163 horsepower and 300 Newton meters of torque do look decent enough in isolation, but here let's have a look at the MG and Skoda's engine numbers. The Skoda gets a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo petrol mated to a 7-speed DCT, and it gets all-wheel drive. The MG2 really well spec'd with 2-liter 4-cylinder twin-turbo diesel producing 213 horsepower and a mad 478.5 Newton meters of torque. And yes, this too is a 4-wheel drive. So the bare truth that is uncovering itself with regard to the X-Trail is that it's got some genius bits and pieces, balanced driving characteristics, but it is way off with its pricing and placement. And I don't think that even pricing this car under 30 lakhs would have done any justice to it, because that market is even more competitive and feature set driven. I mean, look at the pricing difference between these three cars. The Nissan X-Trail, of course, comes in only one variant. The Skoda Kodiaq comes in 3 variants, and the MG Gloster comes in a whole host of variants. And even in this comparison, I'll be comparing the most expensive variants of the Skoda and the MG with the single variant available in the X-Trail. And I'm doing this to hopefully save Nissan from more bullying. Hopefully. The MG Gloster Blackstorm 7-seater 4-wheel drive. Yes, this beast of a machine in all black, 54.66 lakhs. The Kodiaq Sportline, 49.96 lakhs. And the X-Trail, 61.66 lakhs on the road in Bangalore. Unfortunately, there's nothing more I can say or do to defend the pricing of the X-Trail. Oh, and as for my monopoly money, it's going to the closest MG dealer. That beast is mad good for its price. Please subscribe to the channel. It's going to take me a long way. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next CarStats video.